What is up, guys? My name is Squishyspud, and welcome to my rant, my Scuff Controller rant. Before I get too far into this, I just want to apologize for any sniffling and sneezing and coughing that's going to happen. I'm still getting over a cold, so I do apologize about that. So what's up, guys? About a year ago, I purchased a Scuff controller for my PS4, the first and only Scuff controller that I own. I read a lot of good reviews, a few bad reviews, but most of the bad reviews were based on price. So I went ahead and purchased a Scuff controller, and gameplay-wise, I do enjoy the Scuff controller. Once you get used to it, playing Call of Duty, it kind of becomes a crutch. So when you don't have it, you're trying to find those triggers, and they're just not there. Or should I say paddles. So you can definitely look at it being good and bad in that respect. I guess it is about the same weight as the stock PS4 controllers, which I absolutely love the stock PS4 controllers. I love the feel of them. I love the weight of them. It's a really good controller. I like it a lot more than the stock Xbox One controller.
Oh, my, is it getting hot in here? Aye, puppy.
Having said that, I have had some trigger issues with the PS4 controllers. I'm not sure about other people. I have read a lot on forums that other people have had the same problem breaking the triggers. The issue that I found with the triggers are on one side of each trigger there is a little slot for a spring, and that basically cuts off where the hinge goes right through the trigger. So you have on one side the hinge goes right through, and then the other side there's a little gap for the spring. And it makes for a very large weak spot in the trigger for it to break easily. And I've had that trouble with a couple of my controllers that I've had to take back. But within a year, it happened to my Scuff controller, my $200 Scuff controller. So, obviously, Scuff doesn't, they haven't figured out a new... I don't know why I was definitely expecting something a little sturdier, but it is what it is. So I contacted Scuff about the broken controller because obviously it's inside of a year. Something that costs $200 probably comes with a year warranty. That was my thought process anyway. So I contacted them and they apologized that it is no longer under warranty. All Scuff controllers come with a 90-day factory warranty upon receival. I don't know if receival is a word. It sounds weird. But basically once you get it in the mail, you have 90 days. So apparently they believe that 90 days is worth the $200. Because within 90 days, if it breaks, you can send it and get it repaired. No big deal. If you have a controller that breaks in 90 days, you don't want them to repair it and give it you back. You want to get rid of it. Because if it breaks in 90 days, it's going to break again in 90 days. So the 90-day warranty is basically them saying, as long as it works when you get it, the rest is your problem. It's on you. So I sent it in anyway, seeing as I did not want to take the Scuff controller apart. I don't know what the innards look like. There's a lot of stuff going on there with the paddles. I usually take the PS4 controllers apart and replace them with the triggers I bought from China. Of course, the other issue is on the back of the Scuff controller, they have one of the screws replaced with a locking screw, so you can't really mess with it yourself unless you go out and buy the appropriate tools. So I went to the post office and on my own dollar had to send it back. And about a week later I realized I hadn't heard from them. They're supposed to send you an email as soon as they get it and let you know what the process is and what's going on. So I had to contact them again to find out, hopefully, that they received it and didn't lose it or it got lost in the mail. To which they replied, yes, we're sorry, we did get it. It's going to go in to the repair shop to find out what's wrong with it and to see if it's going to be at any extra cost to you. So about a day later, I get the notification saying that, it's in the lab, I guess they call it, their laboratory. Getting checked out. Today I received an email saying that they can no longer move forward with any other repairs to my controller until they receive payment for the repairs. The payment entails $9.95 for the repair of the left trigger, and $19.95 for shipping and labor. Now, $30 doesn't seem like a bad price tag to get it fixed, but considering I paid $200 and haven't got a year out of it, to me that's a little bit of a cheat. So I sent them an email back saying that I'm very displeased with this. Now, I know I have to pay it to get the controller back, otherwise they will mail it back with no repairs, and it's a useless controller. So I probably end up having to pay it. But we will see how it goes. I will make an amendment to this video if they get back to me and say, oh, we do apologize, we will fix it for free, this will be a one-time deal, whatever. It's just, I don't like the fact that it broke so soon, because I'm pretty sure that when I get it back, the right one's going to break after that. Then I'm going to have to go through this whole process again, pay $30 again, so I may tell them just to replace the freaking right trigger while they're there. It's going to cost me an extra $10. I've already spent $200 on a controller, what's another $10? But this rant comes basically out of the fact that around Christmas time I got the Xbox Elite controller, which is kind of powered by Scuff. They use the Scuff technology. Microsoft paid them. I don't know if they pay them royalties or if they said, hey, here's a gazillion dollars, let us use your Scuff technology. But the Xbox Elite controller, which I will do a full review on, I don't know why I haven't done it yet, but apparently I play with it too much, I guess, and I just forgot to do a review. So I will do a review on this thing, but this thing is beautiful. It's sturdy. It feels like it costs $300. It's a very sturdy, strong controller. The paddles are aluminum. The triggers are adjustable. I'm not even going to get into it because I will do a full review. It feels so much nicer. And the fact that Scuff gets paid for this controller when their own controller that they've been making, which is giving them a name, is such a cheap, flimsy piece of crap, it upsets me. So that's kind of where I feel from this. Like, if I didn't buy the Xbox Elite controller, I probably wouldn't know any better. That's my cat playing with a cat toy. Shh, Daddy's recording. Yeah. Alright, so it's in getting repaired. We'll see what happens. Hopefully at no cost to myself, but it's obviously going to cost me money, so I might as well have them repair some shit while it's there. So it lasts me maybe another year. Let me know if you've had any issues with Scuff controllers, or if you're looking to get a Scuff controller, and this video is going to be helpful for you. I'm not saying this happens to all Scuff controllers, and if you're light on the triggers, I'm sure you'll be okay. But I've never, ever broken a controller before, ever, unintentionally. Maybe broken a few intentionally, but never unintentionally. Enough of that. They just don't break unless you throw them across the room. That's just the way it is. I've had PS3 controllers lasting years and years and years until I play a bad game of COD, and then it all of a sudden happens to just break on the floor. It's weird. But I've never had them break unintentionally from just playing a game. Now, I'm sure I'm pulling the triggers a little hard because I'm a big guy. I've always been rough with things. But it's a controller. It's meant to be pressed and pulled, and that's the whole point of the controller. It's the two parts of a console. The console and the controller. They're the two biggest parts. You can't do anything without those two biggest parts. The controller goes in your hand. It's meant to be pressed and pushed and pulled and fucked around with. That's the whole point of a controller. So the fact that you can't play the game and in stressful situations pull the trigger a little hard, it's a little irritating. Now, the trigger issue, I'm sure Scuff's going to say it's not their fault. It's a PS4 problem. They use the PS4 triggers, which it's fine. But not looking into that when you're going to charge $200 for a controller and being like, yeah, these triggers are pretty shitty. We should probably, I don't know, add a little bit of extra support. I mean, I have one of my controllers here that's been drilled through, and we put a metal pin in it to give it better support. So it no longer has the plastic hinge, but an entire piece of metal right the way through. I'm not going to have a problem with that one because metal doesn't snap in half inside of a little trigger. So there's that fix. But, that's just me. But anyway, let me know what you think. If you're looking to get a Scuff controller, or if you have one, you've had this issue, or if you have one, you haven't had this issue, or if you have a standard controller that you've had an issue with. Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We're up to a whopping 185 subscribers. I love you guys. This is fantastic. I never thought I'd get more than 10. I'm up to 185. It's inside of a year. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, the aim. Holy cow.
Oh yes, it's very nice.